Hey, welcome to a new video. How to turn your life around. How to turn your life around, right? You might be in a place where you want to make a change. You want to create something new. You want to change, radical shift in maybe it's one area, maybe it's your health. You want to lose weight. You want to start working out. You want to feel better in your body. We want to feel energetic, full of life energy. Or it's multiple areas in your life. So in this video, I will not talk about like going into details. Okay, how to lose weight. Okay, you gotta exercise this way, you gotta eat this, you gotta do some fasting, you gotta take a gap between your meals. At this time you have to do this affirmation, and then you could do this affirmation. Then you look here and you look down, and after 1 month you have lost 25 pounds. This video is not like this. This video is exciting because here I will talk about the fundamental things that determine whether you will be able to make that shift or not. So, as you're trying to make a change in your life, you want to start a business, a new career, try to change some habits, become healthier, become more confident, become more attractive, trying to go deeper into spirituality, trying to become more conscious. Whatever the change you're trying to make, there will be forces that are against that change. But it's not like that the world is like, oh, the world is against you. No, the world is not against you. The universe is not against you. The universe wants you to do well. That's why you're seeing this video here, right? This is the universe here, bringing you some knowledge, some wisdom, some practical personal development and spirituality content. It's gonna help you to make those changes, you see? So, counter forces will come into your experience. And the biggest counter forces which will try to stop that change from happening will be your own ego. Your own ego, which is the current self-image you have, the current identity you have. The current identity you have is, I'm addicted. I'm addicted to pizza. Basically every evening I order pizza. I eat pizza. My breakfast is a certain way. I don't really eat, I'm not somebody who eats vegetables and a lot of fruits. Maybe only fruits in the morning. No, I eat all kinds of things. Junk food, right? Mainly. So that's your self-image. So that's how your brain is wired right now. Okay? You've been doing the same activities, same things. So that's your self-image. That's who you are right now. That's your identity, your ego. Here, it's very distinct, right? Very distinct. If you try to change that, make it like more open, like this, right? Completely change it, some other shape, right? Let's check the, I don't know what shape to do, but you try to change it, it will resist that. You will start to feel negative emotionally. You start to feel like really uncomfortable, and then you're like, why am I feeling this way? I don't want to feel this way. Literally, you're like, I don't want to feel this. Feels really, really bad, really uncomfortable. And you will see that the mind will start to persuade you to go back into your old way of living. Right? You will start to feel really uncomfortable. And that's one of the big ways. You have to become very aware of this tendency of the mind, of this trickery of the mind. So as you start to make the change, maybe first few days feeling good, you see like, oh, I'm able to make this change. Like first few days, maybe even a week, maybe longer. But you will start to see emotional resistance. It will come up. And as it comes up, you feel really uncomfortable. Like you don't want to feel, like it's very uncomfortable. And you will see the mind will try to pull you back into this old way. You feel uncomfortable, and it's unconsciously happening. The mind's trying to pull you into this old way, and the promise is, hey, if you come back to these old habits, hey, if you eat the pizza again, you won't feel this uncomfort. This uncomfort will go away. That's what the ego is promising to you. Hey, come on. You know, it has other tricks. But it's all thinking. It only tries to persuade you with thoughts, and actually also with feelings. Because what creates this uncomfort? It's the ego itself. Ego is something rigid. It doesn't want change. It is not created to change. Right? The ego is created so that you survive. But its ego is like created in a way like whatever you feed it constantly, it creates a habit around it. And it's like, okay, this is my survival mechanism. This is how I survive. I survive by eating pizza, by eating junk food. This is who I am. I survive like this. If I have to change that, it means I'm going to die. That's what the ego is basically assuming. And it is a death of a version of yourself. It is a death. And that is something, death is something that we, as humans, we are afraid of. We are scared of. Okay? That's normal. But you see, you don't die actually. The body does not die. So the version of you will die. That's going to create discomfort. And you have to learn to go through that discomfort. And you have to, here's the skill you have to develop here now. The skill of emotional mastery. And that is why spiritual practice is very important in your life. Spiritual practice. And it doesn't have to be anything complicated. It's a very simple thing. It's as simple as learning to observe your emotions. Right now you might be operating in a way that if you feel uncomfortable, whether it's sadness, you feel loneliness, you feel irritated, you feel frustrated, you just feel sort of contracted in the body, just uncomfortable. maybe there's some emotional pain, somebody said something to you, maybe a loved one left you, whatever. Boredom is also, right now, maybe it's like you immediately distract yourself. Whether it's with social activities, entertainment, porn, food, sex, you watch TV, you go to YouTube, you watch Netflix. We all distract ourselves. We don't want to be in this body here because it's uncomfortable. I'm still working on this. It's a constant process. But what I recommend that you do, it's a step-by-step process. You're not gonna, it might happen, but probably it's not gonna happen like you feel this, big discomfort, resistance, you feel uncomfortable. It's probably not gonna be like you're gonna sit in a room 2 hours, just gonna sit there and be with this discomfort. It's probably not gonna be this way. It might be, hasn't been for me. So what I recommend you do is take it step by step. When you're going about your day, you see that, oh, okay, I'm feeling uncomfortable. And you're also aware that, okay, my mind is trying to escape with food and entertainment, whatever. Usually addictions happen because we escape. We want to distract ourselves. So if you see this happening, okay, you become aware that, okay, I'm feeling uncomfortable. You also become aware of thoughts that are, let me get some pizza, let me watch this show, let me watch that video, or let me open YouTube, or let me go out with friends. Okay, just become aware. Awareness is the transforming agent. It will transform things, habits, all those things. It will transform, purify. So, become aware. And before you engage in those activities, you can engage in those activities. It is okay, right? If you're addicted to food, entertainment, porn, just about do it more and more consciously. Just step by step, start doing these things consciously, more and more, right? No longer being so lost, but doing it consciously. You order the pizza, you do it consciously, you're aware. You make the call, you're aware of the thoughts, aware of the emotions, aware of the body moving. You're aware, conscious here, right? Conscious here. You're eating the pizza. You see how you feel before you eat the pizza, what emotions are arising. Maybe you're excited. Whatever you see, how the mouth is starting to salivate. Then you eat the pizza as consciously as possible. But let's go back. Before you engage in those activities, take 5 minutes, 10, 15, how much feels doable for you. And just sit down, close your eyes, and just be with this uncomfort. And even right now, I'm feeling some discomfort in my body. And do it right now. Close your eyes. I'm not going to do this for long, don't worry. But just to get the momentum going, right? So just be in the body, see how the body feels. See what emotions you're feeling, what sensations. Maybe some pain in the body. Allow it to be. No running away. Allow it to be. If you see that you're building up some irritation, some resistance, you don't want to be with this. You're like, Mikey, I don't want to be this. I don't want to accept this. You see, the key is awareness. become aware of this thought that says, I don't want this. Become aware of it, and you let go of the resistance. Come back to the emotion. Okay? You will see, the mind will resist this activity, this practice of observing, learning to accept your emotions. The mind will resist, but become aware of even the resistance, because you are aware of it, right? So that's what deepening your awareness is about. At first, you're trying to master your emotions, build emotional mastery, acceptance. You observe an uncomfortable emotion. Then resistance comes, irritation and thoughts like, oh, I don't like this, I don't want to feel this, this is not working. And you quit, okay? You quit. But as you deepen your awareness, you start observing the resistance, start observing the thoughts that say, this is not working, I don't want to do this. And you see, oh, this is just a thought. This thought is saying, I don't want to do this, but I'm aware of this. The thought goes, and you're deepening your awareness. Becoming free of the ego, the trap of the ego. You're not identifying with thoughts, but you're observing thoughts. You see how powerful this is? This gives you freedom to do what you want, the freedom to make the changes that you want in your life. You're not a slave of the mind anymore. The mind is not the king anymore. The mind is becoming the servant. And the mind is a great servant. Whatever success you want to create, whatever change, whatever shift you want to make in your life, the mind has to become the servant, not the king. Right? So raise your awareness. Meditate. Whew. If you have any feedback for me, leave a comment down below. And this is it. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate you. I'm glad that I'm able to do what I'm doing here. And we'll see you in the next one.